Once a month, I like to put out a summary of the statistics and trades that I've done for the entire month. Today was the last trading day of March 2024, and this is my profit graph of and statistics of my zero DTE trading for the month. You can see up here I took 25 trades. My profit factor is almost at 3. Um, I had 80% profitability trades. Does it look like 20 winners, 5 losers? My average win was around $77. My average loser was around almost 110. Um, my risk to reward for most of my trades was like a 1 to 6. But those would be specifically for the butterflies that I trade, the zero TD butterflies. Starting capital, I have a small account, so as you can see that over the course of the month, I profited gross 1,700, basically $80, and that's after commissions and everything else. So all that's factored into my spreadsheet here. And you can see I've also included a chart here of the SPY for that same time frame, and you can see obviously, like we've been for like the past 5, 6 months, it's been a bullish move. But this strategy doesn't really rely on that we're in a bull market, bear market, or a neutral market. We're just trading sideways. It's based on, the probabilities of the trade and your ability to, I would say, read price action and take a shot at where you think the market's going for that day, and accepting the risk that you put out, and then letting the trade happen. Now, personally, for two of the three strategies, I usually employ a 30 to 50% profit range. So when it hits that number, I like to go ahead and close it and take my money and run, so to speak. And here is the trading journal, which has all my trades. Um, that's also the good thing about these trades. I usually let the the morning play out a little bit, and have the market kind of find its footing. I mean, I've done my pre-market work. I've looked at the charts. I kind of see where the previous supports and resistance was in the past based on the volume profile, and if you'd like to see my pre-market strategy and why I pick a direction. Um, I go into a little bit on my shorts. You can check that out on my channel, or hit me up in the comments, and I'd be glad to make a video on that of me doing my morning routine and how I pick it. And then you just basically set out a hypothesis, what you think the market's going to do today, and you make your trade based on that. And then you you have to plan out the two things: what you do want to see, what you don't want to see. And if it's going the way you want to see it, you'll see the premium come toward your account, and then basically you just got to follow your mechanics of when to close those things. And here is my trading account. As you can see, this is my trades for the SPX, which is primarily where I do most of my trades for my butterflies, as well as my credit spreads or my iron condors. And what I like about Tasty Trade is they group them together, and you can show you how each of the results of each of the trade did. So when it's a butterfly, you can see what you sold it for, what you bought it back for instance. Once again, sold that butterfly for that, bought it back for that, 260, 430, made another $170. This was an iron condor, whereas you sell that for a credit and then you buy it back for a debit. So in this one, usually I shoot for around 30 to 50%. Show you my charts that I mark up. Tasty doesn't have the best charting software, but it's not too bad. Um, as you can see, I track the high and low of the previous week as kind of my range. And this is where we broke out last week after we got the FOMC announcement. And we broke up to that high there, and then we kind of pulled back and we're testing levels. And you can see that, like I said, I use the SPY as my guide and then trade the SPX and our XSP is the other one, which is the smaller version of the SPX if you're, you know, but every once in a while I'll also trade the ES/ES or the slash MES, just depending on which one I'm eligible for. Because like I said, I'm using a small account and SPX is subject to day trading rules, whereas the futures are not. So some days where it looks like I'm going to push that limit for the week, I'll go ahead and trade the ES or the MES. Um, and then that's why you see a difference between the trade of SPX here is 1670, but when you go back to my spread chart, I have about 17, is because a couple of those trades were ES trades earlier in the month or middle of the month. And most of the rest of them were just one trade a day in the SPX. And, and like I said, hope that helps out.